I'm walking to the forest with a hatchet in my hand. I'm a brand new botanist, a disciple of the land. There's so many mature trees, they're all at level 5, but I don't know which to pick, they all look so alive. Gotta chop me some maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. Gotta chop me some maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. I run up to the trees with a hatchet in my hand. I deal one a good strong blow, give the trunk my own brand. It makes a wooden screech, and a single log falls down. I swing my axe 3 more times, in the thick wood do I drown. Gotta chop me some maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. Gotta chop me some maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. It makes a wooden screech, and a single log falls down. I swing my axe 3 more times, in the thick wood do I drown. Gotta chop me some maple logs, maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. Gotta chop me some maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. Only 99 levels to go, maple ash and you. All this wood dazzles me like the morning dew. I chop at each mature tree 4 hits at a time. Store the logs for my carpenter, it's a victimless crime. I have got my maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. I have got my maple logs, maple logs, maple logs. I have got my maple logs, maple logs. I have got my maple logs, maple logs. It's been a long day, taking pics of the models, they're so hard to see. With abs of steel and rock hard pecs, with them I feel free. I'm a beach bum, just wanna lay in the sand with a little shade and a margarita in my hand. It's been a long day, taking pics of the models, they're so hot to see. With pearl white smiles and a rainbow of energy, with them I feel free. I'm a beach bum, just wanna lay in the sand with a little shade and a margarita in my hand. Yeah, I'm a beach bum, just wanna lay in the sand with a little shade and a margarita in my hand. arms and Cody has thick arms. Wonder what I'd do without three boys to view this amazing sunset over this blue ocean wet. I'm a beach bum, just wanna lay in the sand with a little shade and a margarita in my hand. Yeah, I'm a beach bum, just wanna lay in the sand with a little shade and a margarita in my hand. Bounce, 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 bounce.
Let's get this stream started. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
How's it going, everyone? It's TieStar Blue here, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. And this is my first stream back since the trip. And I know I don't have desktop audio turned on right now, but that's because it's blaring in the background. But today we're going to be doing some Planet Coaster 2 because a lot has changed in that game. And also, I just got back from a coaster trip, so kind of appropriate that I have my first stream be one that's based on roller coasters. So, hope you guys are enjoying yourselves here. I know yesterday was 4th of July, and we had. I was mostly just recovering from the holiday. Nothing really too exciting happened here, but let's hop into the game now. So let's see what else is going on here. Premier game mode, there it is. Okay, so here we are in Planet Coaster 2, and I think it's been a few months since I was last playing this one, and it looks like there's been quite a few changes. One thing that has changed is one big thing that I knew already changed was the fact that the slides are now round bottomed instead of instead of them being flat bottomed. So, which that was a big. And we also need to make some adjustments here because that tree is a little too tall, so we're going to have to bring it down. There we go. It was fine back when there was flat bottoms, but now it is round bottoms, which makes a big difference. So, and one thing that I'm going to have to test in these slides, and the park is closed, by the way, so there's no guests right now. So that's going to help with a lot of stuff here. Let's see if there's anything that's changed as far as this goes. So I believe with the new... Okay, so they didn't really change the physics that much. But I've heard that the grass can now accidentally fall off. So, if you're not careful. But one thing they changed a lot of the physics, and they definitely changed a lot of, okay, well, that last part was kind of scary, but let's see what else has changed here. If it weren't for, you're going to fall on your back. So we're not exactly sure what's going to happen there, but Knoll slide, let's see how this one turned out. So it's kind of the same thing. You have to do the tube slides. I don't know what's going on there. The switchbacks don't really... Kind of drops like that. Switchbacks don't seem to be realistic based on what I've seen in other stuff. But that's kind of how that's supposed to, there we go. Tyler slide, I think Tyler slide's a little bit, it might be a little too aggressive. I'm not exactly sure though. Riker slide's probably the least exciting of the four. Yeah, because it's only got 4.13. Tyler slides actually got high excitement. But let's see what else there is. Because I know Riker's slide wasn't very good. In fact, actually, a lot of these slides weren't very good. These were like the first slides I did. So I'm going to actually save this under a different file. So we're going to call this TCS Universe version 2.0. Because there's going to be a lot of changes. Because I kind of want to redo a lot of these slides. Tyler and Riker's slides definitely need to be changed. So, and I'm going to get rid of these trees to make things a little bit easier to work with. And I just came from a water park. Well, not just came from water park, but it was more of a... Okay, here we go. So we're going to be redoing these slides. These were like the first ones I did. And I have the old versions that are going to be kept for prosperity. And okay, so let's try the other direction. I want to redo these because I know that these were not very good slides. And we definitely need to smooth them out. So, okay, so yeah, you click it like that. So we're going to be redoing these, but we're going to have this one go the other direction. Riker's slide is still kind of... Yeah, I think we might be able to smoothen some of these out. So we're going to turn that one to the right, and then we're going to change Tyler. I'm not worried about that yet because Tyler's slide's going to be kind of in a... Let's straighten that out. We're going to straighten that out, and we're going to move it over here. We need to have room for Tyler's slide, though, so... Can't really do that, though. Yeah, the stairs are in the way, aren't they? That might be a little too tight. Yeah, that's way too tight. Okay, let's spread that out. There we go. Shorten that up. Okay, there we go. Let's try Riker's slide again. Riker's slide's completely enclosed, so yeah, some of this stuff. Okay, yeah, I know that Tyler slide's can be changed as well, so don't worry about that. Alright, okay, that's not very good. Let's try to change this up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting. So edit this, and we're going to smoothen this part out. Jacqueline succeeded, what the hell? Hey Diamond, hey Pajama Ken, how you guys doing? Thought both of you popped in right at once. How you guys doing this morning? It is still morning where I'm at, so miss me so much. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I was just kind of doing trip stuff, so okay, let's smoothen this part out. Trackman succeeded. What's going on here? Why is this not working? Maybe we should do this in the other part here. But yeah, it has been a while. Okay, so I don't know why I can't smooth stuff out. It doesn't seem natural. Doing all right? Yep. Glad you guys are doing okay. You're working on part 3. Oh yeah, of your Tyler's Adventures, right? So we're gonna do smoothing this part out. Okay, this part lets me smooth it out, so that's cool. Get that down. Oh, I see you got a little crown there. What's that crown mean? 50 experience points. Oh, top fan. Nice. Okay, so we're going to put that there, and we're going to try to smoothen this out and see how that goes. Nope, track limits keep being exceeded. Did I only smoothen 2 pieces out at a time? That is not cool. I don't want to do that. Okay, that part gets exceeded. Posted part 2 not too long ago. I think I kind of saw a brief part of it. I don't know exactly. Yeah, it's been a very busy couple of days, so. And I think yesterday I was just dead tired. So I'm still kind of recovering from the trip, and jet lag is no joke. Had a 5-hour flight from DC back here, and it was nothing really went wrong on the flight or anything. It's just I was just dead tired. Yeah, airplane travel kind of does that for you. But it was. Hey, Cookie Pirate, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing today? Finally doing some Planco after a long time. I know it's been a while, and I know that you're still streaming Planco from time to time, and I've kind of popped in there. I know I've been very busy. I just got back from vacation, so I got back about 3 days ago. Okay, today's Saturday, so I came back Wednesday night. So, I came back Wednesday. Yeah, I came back Wednesday night. I just took a week and a half trip to Virginia. Virginia and Maryland. I was in Maryland for one night. Most of the trip was in Virginia, one night in Maryland. But glad you're doing all right. But going on the airplane and stuff like that was, it was kind of a. I think if I had my Nintendo Switch, I don't have a Switch 2, but I have a Switch 1. Budget is kind of tight right now, so I just took a trip. So what else we got here? You were off for about 4 months. Just got back to a few weeks ago. This game's been so much better. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing here, because I went. This was the first park I did back in November. This is TCS Universe. TCS. I don't think you're familiar with it. It's my novel series. It's about a photographer who hires a bunch of male models for a modeling agency, and that's kind of where this kind of comes in. I'm redoing the green and blue slides here. The green one is named after my character Riker, and the blue one is named after my character Tyler. You can actually see Tyler in the bottom right corner there. And I don't know if I want to redo these little bumps here, but I'm kind of smoothing this one out. Let's see how this goes. Is that the top of the tower? I don't know where that is. We're going to hit close, and we're going to hit test again. That way we know I'm at the top. And, I know you can't really see much from this slide, but I want to test those waterworks ones again. Don't worry about the blue slide. I'll be fixing that one in a minute. There we go. It's been a while since I've done this, so still trying to work out here. You might be able to teach me a few things that may have changed. Let me see here. We're going to change Tyler's slide up a little bit. Edit this one. It's not going to be as aggressive as the old version, but I think I am going to make it so that way it's not going to be a straight shot either. That's going to be that. Yeah, we already have the speed slides right next door, which I actually got to ride one of those when I was at Busch Gardens a week or so ago, and they are no joke. It's like when the trapdoor really when the trapdoor opens, like it is a very surreal experience. Okay, we're going to 30 that one, yes. Yeah, we're going to make this one a little bit more. Is it you or the flume pins high above the water? I think they might be a little high, but I think it was just, as I said, these were the first ones I did, and so you got to bear with me. I think I got a little better at it when actually no, those I just use run out lanes, but yeah, as I said, these were the first ones, so I'm still kind of getting used to the controls, but I think they are a little high. You might be right there. I think when I did Riverland, I did put them a little lower, closer to the ground. So we're going to drop them down. We don't want to go that much, but I was Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I've been over 20 years. Yeah, it was. Busch Gardens was a very interesting park. Definitely the best of the 3 parks that I went to on my trip. I did that one. I did Kings Dominion, and I also did Six Flags America, which that one was a Six Flags day. So that one was definitely. Yeah. Yeah, so it goes into, yeah, that's the point. It kind of goes into a pool. That's supposed to be a splash pool, by the way. So, yeah, I think you are right that, yeah, they are a little too high. But I'm going to, next ground up park that, yeah, Six Flags. And so I kind of, so Kings Dominion was all right. The Pantherian was not open, which I think it's still in the testing phase. We had the same problem with planes one time. Me and your sister were visiting your dad in Austin. I was delayed with bad weather. That's happened to me before, but the first time I went to Virginia, which was not a coaster trip, that one was a school, well, not school trip. It was I had just graduated high school, and my family decided to go to Virginia for. Okay, so what's that? I'm hoping that's not a slope up. Okay, that's not a very good slide, but I'm not very good at these. Alright, test it. Okay, close again, test it. Camera, there we go. But yeah, so back to King's Dominion. So, sorry if I ramble on a lot. I do tend to do that from time to time. So, and I also tend to get off on tangents. But, well, okay, thankfully that's an enclosed slide. Let's see how that one did. Okay, so that's not as exciting as it used to be, but it's a lot more complete experience. But yeah, King's Dominion, Pantherian wasn't quite open yet. So I didn't get to do that one. I know it used to be Intimidator 305, then Project 305, and then now it's Pantherian. So that kind of sucked. So their best ride was closed. But I got 5 rides on Rapterra, and I also got a couple rides on a couple of the other rides. Twisted Timbers, this is going to be a hot take, but I think it's a little overrated. It's probably my least favorite RMC that I've been on. So, it's, yeah, I thought it was really rough. But I'm so actually surprised that Twisted Tim. Well, I was there on a pretty dead day. Like everything was a station wait. Okay, that column needs to be removed. We're going to make a slight change here. We're going to remove the supports on that section. There we go. You got to hit testing again on that one. Oh yeah, you got to remove a support and it has to be retested. But you got to make sure that we have everything there. So yeah, I didn't change the pink or orange slides. Those two are going to probably stay the same for now. What else has changed? Okay, I know we got these double slides here. We got Red Tsunami here. This is our big. That's fair to say. RMC is decent ride, an exceptional best. Yeah, I'd still probably rank it in the top 3 or so. I think, but I actually never really ranked my rides at King's Dominion. I did it for the other 2 parks, but and I'm gonna tell my story about my Six Flags day at Six Flags America a little later in the stream. That was the last park I did there. Yeah, Carowinds. Yeah, the Hurler, and yeah, I rode that a few years ago, and that was awful. That was one of the worst coasters I've ever ridden. So. Like, I did Roar at America, and that one was much. I'm surprised that this one didn't get round bottoms. But, yeah, I did Roar at Six Flags America, and even that was better than Hurler Carowinds. So. But, anyways, where was that? I'm surprised the Waterworks didn't. Like, I didn't know that these didn't have. Oh, you remember Carowinds? So you've been there too, Diamond? Nice. Yeah, it's been about 4 years since I went there. What else am I doing here? What's changed on model race? Is that still flat bottom slides? They are. Oh yeah, okay, so at least this one kind of stayed the same. Yeah, Carowinds, obviously, Fury's obviously Fury. You're never gonna, unless you're Steel Vengeance, you're never gonna top that. I haven't done Iron Gwazi. For yeah, Afterburn, I really like Afterburn. Afterburn's still my favorite invert. And then what else in here? What was the open park again? I just wanted to kind of see what else was changed. And I might add a few. I think there's a few new flat rides I can add as well. Let me see here. We're gonna reintroduce the trees. It's your home park. Definitely one of the best legacy Cedar Fair parks. Yeah, my personal favorite Cedar Fair park is Kings Island. Actually, Kings Island is probably my favorite park overall because it feels like Cedar Point, except it's a lot more rounded. It's a much more rounded park than Cedar Point is. Plus, it has much better operations, and I had a much better time. I know this was during COVID, and a lot of things were closed, but I haven't done Montu yet, so I haven't done Montu, so I can't compare the two yet. But I've heard Montu is probably the best invert in the U.S. But Kings Island, my favorite there is Orion. I did ride Orion first before doing Fury, so I might be a little biased there. But then my second favorite is Mystic Timbers, and my third would be Diamondback. So, anyways, I know you were asking about Busch Gardens, and Busch Gardens, Pantheon was awesome. Polished Chariot, I think, was third on my list. Alpengeist was second. I got a really good ride on Alpengeist in the back row. Montu's Afterbird on steroids is the best. Yeah. When I eventually make my way to Tampa, I definitely get good there. You actually rode your first big roller coaster, Carowinds. You haven't been back there in a long time since 1936. Okay, so that's been a while. Which coaster was that one? If you don't mind me asking. I did Copperhead as well, Carowinds. That one was a pretty good layout, pretty good ride. The downside was the restraints, and I had to ding it a few points because of the restraints and stuff. It was really crushing me. So, yeah, if it weren't for the restraints, like if the restraints were better, I should say, then I would rank Copperhead over Afterburn. And then there's also the original Intimidator that I did, and then let's open these back up. So, oh wait, I just realized I gotta. What am I doing here? We got to do flat rides. No, not flat rides. We're going to be doing, what else is here? Lately, Polished Hair has been running pretty weak. Alpengeist was your first inverse monster. Yeah, it is a beast for sure. I'm surprised there wasn't as much Yeti theming on it, because I thought it was kind of meant to be based off a Yeti or something. Maybe I'm thinking of the Matterhorn at Disneyland or something. I don't know. It's so many rides I've been on. My credit count's in the 170s now, so Copperhead. Yeah, I'm 6'1", so that's an issue. Let's just say that they were very crushing. So, what was I doing here? I was trying to open up the rides again. Unique attractions. What have we got here? Okay, here we go. Let's open everything up again. Because I had everything closed because I think I was trying to get everything. I was trying to get all the guests out of the park. So let's reopen everything. And I wish that this game still had a, like, you can select everything. I know the first game does. Where, okay, why can't Little Dragon be opened? Okay, something happened with Little Dragon. Oh, okay. Oh, that might be it. Carolina Cycling could be so much fun. Oh, Carolina Cyclone. Oh yeah, that one. We have something very similar to that here in Vegas. We have we have Canyon Blaster. It's almost the exact layout, or almost the exact same layout. Uh, the difference being, I think it's a turn to the right to go up to the lift hill, but then after that, it's all left turn. Or actually, no, it's all right turns other than the first drop. So, okay, you can adjust if you click the checkbox next to the red category. Oh, okay, that's exactly what happens. So I replaced it with a generic train. Because I had the Dragon train, and then I changed it to a generic train. So that's what happened. I know that they made couple other generic trains, and so I think I can now reopen. Not Hawaiian Dragon, but Little Dragon. There we go. Why are there no guests coming? I threw wide the gates. Busch Gardens was the Big Bop Wolf. Oh yeah, I didn't obviously I didn't get to write the original, but I did the new version, the Wolf's Revenge, which was a B&M family invert. That one was I thought it was all right. Okay, so they're saying that I can select all for the type. Let me see here. Where to go? Park reputation. I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's just not much going on here. Where is exit? Ride management. Where is ride management? Attractions and shops. Okay, so. Oh, okay, so you're saying that if I do all that. Oh, okay, that's a big difference. Oh yeah, restaurants. That's a new feature. So, oh yeah, if I select all, okay, that works wonders. Saves me so much time. So there we go, and then we got to open up the guest services, open up the pools. Oh yeah, we can do on-ride photos. That's one of the big changes now. So there's souvenir shops. We can do vending machine. Oh yeah, there's no vending machines. So, all right, Come on, guests. Why are there no guests coming? I opened the park. Everything's open. Double check the park section. I'm using a look at. Okay, so we have park status open. Otherwise, the pass probably not going to stake shows. Yeah, there should be. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe I deleted these pass by accident. So, okay, let's just do that. There we go. Let's see. I forgot that I deleted all those paths because of yeah, I forgot I deleted all those paths. So that should be why. Did I added the spawn points? Because I knew that I was trying to prevent guests from spawning in. And I used to have something over here too. Okay, that's gone. Alright, how do I get guest spawns again? Senior Gross. Yeah, because there were invisible paths. Maybe I deleted the spawners. Fair replacement. Okay, so. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna place the buses. How do I do that again? So I guess all. Okay, those facilities. I know it's. I was trying to get all the guests out of the park, and now I need to get them back in. This is one of those toughies. Great custom. No, we. Oh, okay, so that's been changed. Maybe multi-select, no, scenery, staff, no, it should be facilities. Staff facilities, utilities, shops, services. All, okay, nope. Okay, we're just gonna hit, custom should be other facilities. Okay, there we go, guest entrance. So let's delete these. Okay, so they have all. Yeah, sorry. It has been a while. It has been a while. So, thanks for the tips and all. So, Okay, so it's under custom and it's under services. There's one. Okay, so there's two and there's three. Coach guest entrance. Yeah, it's a bit tricky sometimes. Yeah. Why am I not still not getting back? Well, let's try the typical unplug it and plug it back in. Okay, was that autosave? I don't know if that was or not. Okay. Well, let's see. Shut down the park. Yeah, I just did that and it didn't do anything. So, edit ticket prices, fines issued, vandals caught. Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, they added security guards too. All right, I have other save files that may help. I'm hoping this one will. Okay, let's give this. I have a older version that has the guests in it, but I think it has. Yeah, I'm loading up the older version, which I don't think has everything in here. I think this was when I was streaming it back in November, so I think Little Dragon has its old train on this one. Okay, so anything here? Okay, this has everyone in it. Okay, so this should have everyone in here, and this has the old versions. So this has everyone in it. Cool. So, although it still has the old versions of Riker and Tyler slides, but we're here to explore things. So, and I saved after that other one. Or actually, maybe I didn't, but oh well, it's a slide. It's not the end of the world. So apparently there's now vandalism in the game. You can now have security guards, I guess you have to add. Epic Storyteller. Okay, yeah, that's new. Oh yeah, that is a lot of people. You have to add security guards. Now, I wonder if I can do this in I'm gonna hire like 10 of these guys. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just plop them wherever. I'll assign them later. So what else there? There's one there. There's one there. And there's one there. And we'll put one in here. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot. You can disable the pickpocketing or vandalism if you want. I think I probably did, but or not did, but probably by default. Let's see what we have here. For parking lot size, you recommend more like 20 to 30 guards. Okay, so maybe. Okay, we'll put a little more there. So I don't think there's anything in here yet. Oh, I need more there. Yeah, there's. I think my staff zones. One more there. There we go. That should be 20. Oh yeah, staff zones. There they are. Yeah, this kind of shows everything here, and I'm not exactly sure how to get these stars up because I've noticed that all the star values are really low, and I don't remember exactly sure how to do this. It reminds you when you went to Dollywood, you got lost, couldn't find your family yet. Dollywood is a pretty big place, and if you've gone into Wildwood Grove, that place is like that's the newest section of the park, and it just feels so isolated from the rest of the park. So it's a really long climb Because then you enter in like around Mystery Mine, and you go all the way into the back there. And Dollywood has a lot of space to expand too. So what else we have here? We got. I know they added security guards. What else did they add? I haven't really been on here that much since January, so still got the twisty twist there. Why is nobody's in here? I've never been on one of these kinds of rides. But I think for this stuff, Mystery Mine is your favorite ride at Dollywood. I think I have it like 4th or 5th on my list. I want to say, oh, okay, so this hasn't been updated. Okay, so this is an older version because there should be more Chastopia. I guess I didn't reassign everybody. What else we have here? We got. I think I want to say my favorite's obviously Lightning Rod. Second favorite is probably Thunderhead. I don't know what's been changed here. So we've also got. I know they've added a whole bunch of scenery, which I don't know if that would really fit the theme of this park though. I've almost thought about starting a new park. But I haven't exactly decided what kind of theme I was going to go with. So, is that? Oh, okay, that's the Magic Carpet ride. I've never been on one of those. There's that one. Okay, so I remember I did those. One of the things that, if I had a lot more time and a lot more artistic merit and stuff, I got rid of the fast launch. Yeah, I knew that already. I wrote it last year when I had the chain lift, which I know it kind of sucks that you lose the launch, but I didn't get to ride it with the launch though. West Coast problems, being really far away. Did they change the flying coaster trains? I don't know if they did or not. Okay, so that's new. Gated ride, unknown. It's fun while it lasted. Let's see here, rides. Yeah, but Lightning Rod is still an awesome ride even without the launch, though. Established, dated. Okay, so reputation statuses can change at any time based on a ride's prestige. So I wonder if there's something car mass times 3.24. What's this? Splashing around now. Oh, 500 guests in pool simultaneously. Okay, that is something there. So, okay, that's not the pool. This is the pool. So, hey, at least guests are using the pools now. Except, I don't know why they're in this pool. Oh yeah, I think this is when I realized that, yeah, because that's an OSHA violation right there. If I've been to SeaWorld, I've got to ride Mako. Yeah, I definitely want to get to SeaWorld Orlando. I keep saying Florida has so much going for it that it would take me 2 weeks just to do everything in Florida. Because I went to Florida when I was like 6 years old, and I was really too young to really do anything, and also everything, it was before all the big rides were really there. Yeah, the wave pool. This was my first water park, so things were not really, so I haven't got to do Mako yet, so most of my credits are on the West Coast, although the only major West Coast park I haven't been to yet is The only major West Coast park I haven't been to is Discovery Kingdom, and I don't know if I'm missing much there. Let's ride Kong 10 times. Says the guy who wrote 2 SLCs and was extremely painful and had very painful times on said SLCs. Let's see what else there is. We could probably, I don't know what you guys think. We'd probably revisit this park more or start something new. Probably should start something new. That way. So we're gonna hit this new. Do that, and then yeah, but let's build something new. Let's go with X to the main menu. Yeah, we should probably. Let's see what we've got here. We're gonna go with. Okay, so we don't need to collaborate on that one. We're gonna go with. I'm not going to work on a park reborn. I don't think that park's going to go through. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So we're going to build something new. Tropical, or taiga, or Mediterranean, or temperate. Let's go with temperate. I don't think I've done anything there yet. So let's see. Maybe I should build something based off my recent adventures. So a couple years ago, when I went to Kentucky Kingdom, I kind of did something like that. So maybe I'll just combine everything up here. So we're gonna go with Creative Sandbox. So let's see here: unlimited cash, no research, no power management, no water management, no staff management, no guest management. Nice. We're not gonna do those. So we'll just do this. That way you can play with the new features here. I like being able to do my creative juices here. I've heard that there's quite a few changes here, so let's go and I know that they changed that you can change the weather. So we're gonna do fixed sun. We're gonna fix it at 1 p.m. Flashlight off. Oh yeah, we can do override weather. So we're gonna make it sunny and. Okay, so that's hot. That is. We're gonna make it a nice 19 degrees Celsius. So this is going to be our new park here. So we're going to call this Mission Adventure Park 2.0, and this will be based off of my recent trip to Virginia, as well as other trips and stuff and other parks and stuff I've been to. Is this one like a diagonal, or is this more of a square? It looks more like a square, though. So, let's see here. I'm gonna start by building the rides. I tend to build the rides first, and then I go from there. Unlimited money, but I have to manage everything else. Yeah, I like low stress. This is a low stress game for me. So, and I think we're gonna put the water park on the. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in the back. But I'll build the water park later. So let's go ahead and start with the coaster here. So what kind of coaster should I build? Let's see here. Let you guys decide here. What kind of coaster should I build here? So we're going to go with, in case we have, that's Schwarzkopf there. Now, is Big M, is that Mach or is that... I think that might be Mach. Okay, that's... I'm trying to think which ones are which. You guys... Yeah, I think those are Mach there. Okay, yeah, that's Mach rides. There's... Okay, so that is... little city peninsula, Coney Island. I still haven't been to Luna Park. Okay, Aerodynamics, Aero... ENF Miler. Okay, it is Mach rides. Okay, cool. SNS. Another SNS. FNF Thriller. Okay, so that's... Okay, that's... Giovanola. And then GCI. See why B&M Wing or Inver right in the front would be imposing? Okay, I don't think I've done a wing coaster in This one. Oh, the Cody, Drake, Dustin, and Sky on your statue world. They look good. Oh, nice. I have to look at them later. So let's see here. Where's our wing coasters? So we want wing. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, we got those. So we got chain lift here. Oh, there's no launch wing coaster. You can't do that yet, so I can't build Raptera. Ooh, that sucks. Unless I can see what we got here. So we're gonna put in. You never done a wing coaster? You kind of want to try one? Yeah, I did one in Planco 1 back in those days. Let's see. We're gonna put snap distances on. It makes my life easier there. Let's put it over here. I'm gonna put it on this side. Make sure enter on the left, next on the right. 1, 2. All right. Let's see what I can do here. We're gonna build our station. So. Enter. Oh. I'm so used to Planco 1. Okay, there we go. So, anyways, let's we're not gonna go straight into the lift hill. We're just gonna have to do a tire track. Let's do a simple segment there. Let's turn the catwalk on like that. I'm gonna kind of use Gatekeeper as kind of the inspiration for this one. I've been on 4 wing coasters now, and okay, is that good enough? Is that 140? Close to the photo so I can look at it later. All right, okay, yeah, it will definitely be later. Now, I did one of these in Planco 1, where we're just gonna go with. I don't know if I can. I think there's like a dive drop and stuff I can kind of do. Dive. Oh, half loop down. Is that. Okay, so that's something. We're going to make that a really big. How about I start like Thunderhead for like Dollywood? I'll see how it goes. A lot of these are kind of spur of the moment. We're going to try to make an implement here, so. Let me see what we got here. Wow, banana roll. That's a huge banana roll. That's definitely not going to happen there. We're going to go with an implement. We're going to implement it to the left there, but that's... You're going to have to shrink that up a little bit. I don't think I have track limits on. They do. Specific dive drop element for the half loop should be fine. Okay, so that looks really tight though. That looks like a really tight dive drop. So I'd rather do something a little. Immelman, there is where's the dive drop? We don't want to finish loop. I thought there was. Okay, is that different than? It's different than Norwegian loop, is it? Okay, no, it is different than Norwegian loop. Half loop down. Okay, there's. Okay, no, that's dive loop. Non-inverted, no. Okay, let's just do this. There we go. Back to where I was at. So we're gonna go and yeah. Alright, so we're gonna put in, I don't know what you guys want. If you guys want a vertical loop or a 0G roll. A lot of wing coasters have a lot of 0G rolls, so I tend to overuse them. So let's see, a vertical loop. Okay, that's not the right one. Wide, oh yeah, it's a wide vertical loop, so you gotta have room for those, you still gotta have room for those, I want to see if I can. Okay, so that's a little far from the entrance though, so let me see if I can make this, curve this up a little bit. 0, 0, yeah, that's kind of what I was aiming for. I might have to move the park entrance. So, yeah, I guess it would kind of, maybe it's a personal challenge there. So let's see what we can go here. We're going to go with 0 there, and let's put in a 0G roll. So Not a JoJo roll. Oh, there's the dive drop. Okay, so it's under rolls though. Okay, wow. Okay, so that's the dive drop. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, so I finally found it. Dive drop left. Yeah, the game music is pretty cool. So now we build our emblem. Okay, a search tool would be kind of cool right now. Element to the... Okay, so put that there. Extend that out. Okay, that's as far out as it goes. Maybe we'll put the 0G roll here, if I can find it. So we're going to put in a 0G roll. And if I can find it. Okay, there it is. So let's see. Okay, that might be a little too tall. Let me see here. Try to mimic these coasters. You might try to mimic these coasters in Minecraft. Yeah, that might be a little tough though. These have inversions. And I don't know how you can do inversions in Minecraft, but you can try. Okay, 0G is on the last page. Okay. Yeah, I found it though. So we're just going to turn around again. Actually, no, it's not going to turn around. We're going to do another Emmelman. So... Or can we do a dive loop? So... We're going to shrink that up a little bit. And then kind of go slightly to the left. And then we're going to do this here. And do another 0G roll, this time to the right. But we don't want to cross this. Yeah, it's like Ghostbusters, don't cross the streams. There we go. So we're going to put that there, although that doesn't look even. What I can do is try, yep, that's pretty much what you can do. And then we're going to put a nice little airtime hill there. And then, so how many versions is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do one more. We'll make it 6. We're going to do a corkscrew, so... Did I see corkscrew on that page? No. Then we're going to go over here. We're going to go to the right. Okay, that might be... I don't know. Should I go right or left? Maybe I should go right. Kind of put it up there. Zero it out. And actually a little bit more that way. And then we're going to hit our final brakes. Although that might be a little too high. So let's put that there. Okay, so is that even? No, that's not quite even. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, we'll put that there. Final brakes right here. Now lock on. We'll shrink that up a little bit. And put drive tires on that one. Wait, why can't I put drive tires on that? Oh yeah, because it's not, oh yeah, this is the easy way to do this. Work smarter, not harder. Oh yeah, we gotta put block brakes. So that block breaks right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna adjust this a little bit like this. Yeah, so this will be the new brake run. So yeah, that's gonna be the new brake run. And then we're gonna adjust the old brake run and make it like that. Autocomplete like that. There we go. Now there should be block sections. So I know that block sections were in the old version or in the original version. So let's see here. We're gonna go with block section. We're gonna go 2 trains. Just do that there. And that way, because there's 3 blocks, because the top of the lift hill counts as a block. So, all right, let's give this a ride. I usually paint everything after the ride is over. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's close the park. We don't want guests to be angry now, do we? There we go. Okay, the track has to be completely level for. Let's give this a try. Well, okay, we're good. We'll fast forward through the lift hill. Let's hope that this actually works. Okay, here we go. Top of the lift hill. So we're gonna tilt down. We're tilting down. We're tilting down. Oh no, we're not going anywhere. Maybe that lift hill needs to be a little faster. So, okay, so we're gonna make this lift hill a little faster. What do we got here? Okay, that might be a problem though if it's okay, let's attempt 2. Okay, this time we actually make it through. Are we gonna drop down? Oh, we gotta have a little bit more of a drop there. Okay. Don't worry, we have this thing called editing at my disposal. Is there a way to drop this down a little bit? Maybe a dive drop is what I actually wanted. But that doesn't actually drop down all the way, so we may have to. That's a fun place to get stuck at. Okay, so we're going to drop this up a little bit. And we're going to put a slight free drop in there first, so that way. And now, I know, sounds like a cartoon there. Okay, autocomplete. Okay, so I guess you get a little bit of an airtime hill there. Let's smoothen that out. It's not pure straight track, but yeah, let's see here. We're going to attempt 3. I think I had this problem when I was doing one of the parks in Planet Coaster 1. Okay, now we're going. Here we go, guys. Okay, we'll worry about the tree later. Put that right there. Put that over there. We're going to throw in a corkscrew. Almost reached the end of the brakes. There we go. Wow. Okay, we're going way too fast in those. We're going way too fast into the final brakes. So, help! Our ride is too scary. All right. So, I know I'm so out of practice on this. I'm way out of practice on this one. So we get. Let's take a look at our G's. Lateral G's seem to be okay. Oh, no, that's forward G's. Vertical G's. Okay, so maybe it's our laterals. Yeah, I get quite a few laterals near the end there, but I think it's that element might be a problem. That first one. Yeah, I usually do pretty well on looping coasters, but yes, this is kind of unusual. But we definitely need to shrink in that final brake run, or not, or extend it out actually. So let's extend that. So put that there. I think that hits clearance. So I think our other issue might be over here. So I think that element might be a little too small. So let's go ahead and we're gonna have to. We're gonna shrink in. Oh, okay. Do that. Put that there. And then we're gonna put the element like this. So we're going to make it. I think it was an element left. Okay, no, that's not gonna hit clearance. Yeah, that's not going to hit clearance in it. Okay, let's make that there. Okay, that'll make clearance. Though it's going to cause everything to be kind of changed up a little bit now, is it? So we have to redo the entire ride, aren't we? But at least it's going to be a bit more. Okay, we can't do that, but we can do this. Okay, is that? I think that's 0. I think that's 0. Actually, we're going to make that 30. That needs to, that's not. Okay, let's try this again. That goes there. That goes there. 35. Okay, so actually this might be better. That way it's actually where the park entrance is. So we're going to put in a nice little 0G roll there. Whoops. Okay. Okay, that's not exactly level, is it? Okay, so 30 there. Okay, now that's 0. 0G roll. Okay, so we put that there, and then next was an element right. Next is, okay, yeah, element right. Okay, and then the rest of this should be, so we delete all this. And the autocomplete failed. What is wrong with this? There we go. Okay. Attempt number, I lost count. We're going to turn right, go up the lift hill. We're going to do our dive drop. Whee! Okay, so that's a... You actually get a lot more hang time on that one. Don't worry about the trees, I'll get rid of them later. So that's a 0G right. Okay, that doesn't look... That looks rough. Okay, we should make the other one a 0G left, so there's going to be some changes. Glad you're enjoying it, although every ride is subject to change here, so... Okay, that looks a lot... That's much better. But we're not done yet, because we need to smoothen this out. I also want to change the 0G there to a 0G left. I mean, you can't place that there. That should be a 0G left. Okay. Alright, let's give this yet another try. And then after that, then we get to go into theming. So... tree. Oh, we'll get rid of the tree in a minute, but we're gonna make the left instead of a right there. That way there's a little more variety and you're not always doing rights. And the last corkscrew, and then you've never been on the wing coaster? I think I've been on 5 of them now. Gatekeeper, let's see here. Gatekeeper, Thunderbird, Wild Eagle, and Actually, no, I've only been on 4. And Raptera. I think the only one I'm missing that I know of is X-Flight, at least in the US. Out of the American wing coasters, I want to say X-Flight's probably the only one that I haven't been on. I'm assuming Wild Eagle, which I personally feel like Wild Eagle is probably the weakest of the wing coasters. Let's turn off snap distance on that one. Oh yeah, I guess that's a new change. You can now see relative distance if you're removing a tree. Alright, so we got that there, and we now have our park. We're going to move our park entrance a little bit, so let's see how we can do this. Can we make this parallel or perpendicular to... No? Okay, so our park entrance has moved. And I think there's a couple of... I don't know if I should try to build like a parking lot or something. It'd be kind of cool if I could. But... let's see what we got here. Alright, let's turn off, not turn off, but slow down time. There's our park entrance. Oh yeah, we can do multiple of these. Wonder if that would be... Okay, so we got that there. I know it's kind of stuttering a lot. I'll worry about the scenery and stuff later. Although I probably should at least get the paths going. So let's see what kind of paths we got here. Where's our natural paths? Use staff paths, no, not doing those. So we should probably do, where is it? Stand builder. One of these should be able to snap on. Oh yeah, we got the customized brush somewhere. So that's actually going to be pretty good one there. I'm going to go with we got those there. I should also mention X2, but the only reason I mentioned X2 is just for sake of completeness. When I was saying wing coasters, I was talking about B&M wings specifically, not. Might as well change up those spawn points as well. Let's see if we can kind of put those. So we're gonna move one of these. Except that's on the wrong side, isn't it? Gonna move one of these buses over there. Okay, so actually we need to. Where's our stand builder? At least there's that there. I'm just going to kind of do something like this, and then in a perfect world we would have like asphalt. I don't know if that would really help. What's going on? Oh yeah, customized brush somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Asphalt path. Don't want that. Snap builder. Why is that green? Okay, I don't know why that's green. Is there a way to color that up? Different color? Oh, okay, black. That explains a lot more. There we go. I guess I had to color green for something. So there we go. So that's gonna be good. That, so we're going to put these here, and then I'm going to bulldoze the rest of this. So this is going to be kind of like a road, although I don't want guests to be going every which way though. There's a bus there. We get rid of the third one. Where's my bulldozer tool? There it is. Be gone, paths. Your purpose has been fulfilled. So we got those there. Those like that. Okay, so we got our Cedar Point inspired wing coaster. Now I believe this one has generic trains that I can kind of go with. Let's see what we have here. Some of them have generic trains and some of them... Okay, there we go. Standard. That's going to change things up a little bit. So we put those there. And then we got to come up with a color scheme and a name for the ride and all that kind of stuff. I also need to do the customized brush. Where does this go? Customized brush. Customized brush. Whoa! We're going to try something a little different here. We're going to go with customized style. The blue path is actually kind of a misnomer because it's treated as black. But we're going to go with kind of a grayish color. Actually, that looks way too generic. So we're going to go with... where's our... Okay, stone shell path looks kind of cool. We'll use that for our entrance area. So now that we have this in, then we can go ahead and build our next area. So let's... Stamp builder... So this is going to be kind of like our main entrance that we kind of go with. Now that that's done, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it at ones. We're just kind of going with that for now. Although, I kind of have to do something a little different here. Because that's pretty low to the ground, so our entrance building is going to go like that, but that's going to be kind of a that's going to be that's not going to be for a while. So 1 second, I'll take care of something. Okay, there we go. So anyways, so we're building the path here. So we're going to have that. That's going to be, it's going to be kind of weird that, I guess it's, I don't know, maybe not. You can kind of build something over to the right as well. Just have this be another alternate path. So that way there's that right there. Okay, that'd be kind of cool. Just putting that underneath the other 0-0. So there we go. So we have 2 main paths. So, and then we eventually need to make our way towards where the coaster is going to be. It's not going to be all square. I'm just trying to make sure that this is all. Trying to cover my bases here. Because we might do like a main street thing here. I don't know what I'm going to call this though. But this is made like the main entrance plaza area or something. Put those like that. Those like that. So we got all those right there. So we got everything there, and then that way there's some space to put other things. So we're going to, what else we got here? So we still need to come up with a name for the ride, and we still need to come up with a, yeah, we still got to come up with a name for the ride, we still got to come up with a theme for the ride, or a theme for the area and stuff. I might do that later though. We still got other rides to build. I'm thinking about 10 coasters. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if I can do poles in here or not. Oh, here we go. How many? Okay, ask a question. How many? Alright, there's a poll here. So, that way you guys can vote and see how many coasters should be in the park. So, that way you guys cast your votes and see how many votes are in. So far, no votes. Put those there for now. Well, we're going to definitely have at least 2 coasters, so we're going to see if we're going to build a wooden coaster somewhere else. And got 1 vote for 10. How many of these other votes do we have here? One vote for 10. Yeah, full-size park always has at least 8 under CSD rules. So one person voted 9, one person voted 10. Let's see here. I'm gonna plan this up a little bit, that way take care of this while the poll's still going. Oh, okay, we got some water there. I always like water features, although we kind of have to get rid of that one. Terrains. Where's the water option? There it is. Be gone. Oh, we got a tie. Well, we can't have half a coaster now, can we? So, come on, we need at least a 3rd vote here. And don't vote for 8. Actually, if you vote for 8 though, then it'll average out to 9, so. But we can always make the can always change our decision later. What else is in there? Start Q&A. Oh, answer your questions live. Okay. So I'm already kind of doing that. So, okay, so we got those there. So it looks like we have a tie. We only have 2 people that are actually voting. So I guess I'll round up. So we'll go with 10. So we'll round up. So we'll give 10 coasters, just the same as TCS Universe. So our second coaster is going to be over here. And let's see what we got here. We're going to build something wood. We're going to build a GCI. So we're good with we're going to go with the GCI here. So except let's see here. We're going to go with enter on the right, exit on the left. And make sure she's got this on. 1, 2. Kind of do something like this. So, oh, okay. Well, that's obviously not going to be right off the station. So enter on the right, exit on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, because we gotta have. We're gonna go down. I don't know why it's colored orange like that. Like, GCIs are usually... Am I sure this is a GCI? Because it doesn't look like one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I don't know if I should probably... turn that to the right. Okay, so we're going to turn it. Okay, that's... Can I smoothen that out? Okay, we'll just flatten it like that. 60 degrees there. And we're going to create our lift hill. We'll go 30 on the lift hill there. Okay, so that's... I don't know. Should we go... Probably start leveling up right there. Okay, that's probably good. Alright, so now we get to do the fun part. We get to start... Now, I'm not good at doing like station flybys and stuff. I guess I could try to do something like that, but I don't know how I... Well, let me see here. Actually, I don't think I've scaled up for that yet. Not every GCI has the station flyby though. We're gonna turn this... Whoop! We're gonna flatten that out, and then curve this down. Now I'm trying to think I'd make this more like Roar or more like Mystic Timbers. I know that's a huge gamut of GCIs, but okay, it's not that steep. Okay, we're gonna try 60. So we're gonna go with a twisted drop like that into. We're gonna do a small airtime hill, followed by another twisted drop. So it's actually going to start turning to the left there. Okay, that might be a little too tight, so we'll make it 45s. And then we're going to make that a little bit more. Actually, we're going to go up. We're going to go up like this. And then we're going to hit 0. And then we're going to go down. Like Okay, so I don't know if okay, that might be a little too steep. Let's see, 60 minutes. You can always smooth this stuff out later. And then we're going to go to the right like this. Okay, we go down like that. Do another airtime hill there. So that was a turn to the right, so this is going to be more of a turn to the left. Try 30. Okay, that's good enough. So we're gonna go keep the tank like that. And then we're gonna go like that as well. I don't know how much steam I have left over. So we're gonna put that right there. I'm gonna go to the right on this one. There was one park that I did in Planco 1 where every coaster was wood. But I kind of I had each coaster though do a I'm gonna start the final breaks. Not thinking about it. Block section. Actually, gonna put a drive tire first. And a separate block. And regular brakes. There. Okay, so we're almost to this. We're almost to the end. You gotta make sure it's 33 feet there. So we're gonna go 30. I wonder if I can. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work though. Let's tilt that that way so that there's a little more wiggle room. Okay, then we're gonna put that there. And let's give that a try. What are our options for our coasters here? Customize, no, advanced settings, prestige, operations. I knew that there was it looks like a fun GCI. Let me see here. Let's see how fun this GCI is. It doesn't seem to be very long though. So, I could be wrong though, then. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to change some stuff. Block sections. I forgot to make this block section. I'm making 2 trains on there. Always 2 train ops. What is this? Six Flags America? We believe in more than 1 train. Oh yeah, I never explained the story though. So, Six Flags America. That was, as I said, that was a Six Flags thing. I don't know if you've been to Six Flags America, but oh, is this gonna drop down? There we go. I'm gonna smoothen out these hills there. Hey, Ithaca, how you doing? I think I can. I think it runs a real train. Okay, so that was actually a really good ride. We're going to smoothen it out a little bit because some of this looks pretty rough. How you doing, Ithaca? Welcome in. Can I run a ghost train while building? I think I can. I just haven't bothered to do it. Let me see here. We're going to go with operations. Okay, siege. Yeah, we'll worry about that in a minute. Don't worry about it. I'll get rid of the ugly orange when we actually start thinking these rides. So, where was I at? Edit track. Where's edit track there? Okay, so edit coaster. Let's smoothen that out a little bit. Okay, smoothing out these corners. This corner seems to be really rough, so we're going to smoothen that out. There we go. And then I think we're going to smoothen this part out as well. So we don't want to give too much bite or give off. So it should be. It's also going to help it run a little smoother. So where's the other train? Okay, there it is. I'm a little concerned though that the other train is going to stop at the top of the lift hill before, yeah, which I think it will. But when you, on the context of loading guests into the station, I think we should be okay. So let's hit done. So let's try again. Down we go. Anyways, yeah, I was talking about Six Flags America. Six Flags, yeah. So I get there roughly 30 minutes before the park opens, as usual. So it's a longer station delay if needed. I think that's what I usually. I think that's what I may have done on one of my parks. Let's see here, station delay. Okay, minimum wait. It says 60 seconds. Don't block station. Okay, let's try 30. So let's try 30 seconds and see what happens. Okay, so that's what it is. So that way, okay, cool. So that way there's at least 30 seconds before it actually leaves the station. Okay, that works. That way gives them 30 seconds to dispatch the ride. So come up with a name for that one later. I don't think this one has that problem though. Okay, yeah, this one does have that problem. So both of them have that problem. So we'll go with 30 seconds. So there we go. I remember I was able to do that on something. Okay, so you know, RCT fanatic with this game. Looks like a fan. Yeah, I used to play RCT way back then, long time ago. So we got 2 coasters in the park so far. We got to build 8 more since the whole. How much does Planet Coaster 2 and what's the learning curve like? I'm trying to remember the price though. I got it back in November. I want to say 60, but I could be wrong. The learning curve, it can take a while. I had to relearn a few things because of Planet Coaster 1. Because the controls are very different than, well, not very different in Planet Coaster 1, but they are quite a bit different. Like, usually I can press enter. That's how it was with, oh yeah, Open RCT. I don't know if I've done too much of that, though. Let's see here. We're going to build another ride. So, we'll do the RMC later. Let's see here. Water suspended. We need an invert. So let's see here. We're gonna go with. Okay, so that's a Vekoma boomerang. We're not gonna do one of those. Oh, it's $32. Nice. Oh yeah, summer sale. That's perfect time to get games. So water wing. Okay, wooden, chain lift. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of options here. You could always do the mine train. I would joke with my parents and stuff. My parents are not enthusiasts at all. They're nearing the age of 70. And is Planet Coaster 2 on good old games? I don't have Steam. I'm not sure. I think I only have a handful of games that I put on GOG. I'm trying to remember what else I have on here. Okay, so that's a sit-down hyper. Is there a Giga? Okay. Now I'm trying to remember, did they have the staggered trains? Maybe they do and maybe they don't. We'll do the Giga later. Oh yeah, there's also the stand-up, there's also the floorless. We already have a looping coaster already. What else do we have here? We got suspended. Do we have arrows? Okay, so that's the boomerang. That's the flyer. That's inverted. The splashdown model. Yes. Splashdown model. Where's that at? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Okay, water. Where did that go? I had something there. Floorless, 6-seater. Okay. Manufacturer. Let's just hit all. Okay, yeah, I see it now. So, last one of water. Okay, yeah, I found it. I found it. Okay, so we're going to put this one. Well, I don't think that's really an airtime machine. So I don't know if I'd really call it one or not. Okay, so we already have two kind of near the front of the park, so we need to build something kind of near the back. We could always put in something there. So I know normally I'd put like I don't even have themed areas for this park yet. That's how much I'm not doing well on this. Okay, so you got that there. So you can kind of put this like that. We'll put two up like that. Okay, so that's where the splashdown design to the trench riders. Okay, so yeah, just like Griffin. So we're gonna need a logger station for this one. So we're gonna go with entrance on the left, exit on. Actually, no, we're gonna go entrance on the right, exit on the left. Actually, I'm gonna move this. Move. Nope. Move that. We're gonna flip it. There we go. I know what I wanted to do now. So we're going to go and edit the coaster. We're going to put entrance on the right, exit on. Let me see. Actually, no, wait. Entrance on the left, exit on the right. Okay, so we still need to go just the minimum amount. There we go. Then we got a nice little staggered seating. And then we're going to put in our. We're going to put in our drive tires at the very beginning. This is just to get it fast enough to go up the lift hill. Now, one thing I wish that the B&Ms had was a... okay, that's good enough. I wish they had like the little support there like they do for... yeah, you know what I mean. You know, hikers are one where I tend to botch things up a lot, so... Wait, why do I have that? Okay, that's the edge of the park, so... You're going to have to turn this one off to the right a little bit, so we're going to go... We're going to kind of do a twisted drop a little bit there. That like that. A lot of floater. So we're going to drop that down a little bit. This one kind of just goes along the edge of the park, so... Okay, so we're approaching the edge of the park. But we're going to turn this off to the right. Okay, not that steep. We need to make sure Oh, okay, it's the angle. Oops. Okay, so you do this like a helix or something. Okay, not that. Okay, that's gonna be a G-Force Nightmare. 30. Oops. We need to add a little bit more variety than just airtime hills. As much as I love Intimidator, there's a little bit more coasters than airtime hills. So I'm gonna go with 45. This would be kind of. Let's try this. What are. Okay, so let me see what my snaps are. How do I change the snaps? Okay, there we go. Can I make it? Okay, let's try 5 degrees. Actually, we'll make it 7. And then we'll make this 7 seems to be. I guess 7's good enough. Oh, okay, let's try 15 like that. So that way there's a nice little helix there. Then we can kind of. I wonder if this would work. Kind of just snap it like this and kind of make a twisty drop. That way it kind of curves to the left a little bit. So we go from there. Drop it from 45 down. Oops. Okay, I did not mean to do that. I can always smoothen that out later. And I'll get rid of the trees later too. So I'm going to go 30. And we're going to hit 0. And go 30 like that. And we're going to go, what's another good one? We're going to go like that. Okay, now I'm just doing streamer consciousness. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. A lot of my coaster design tends to be like that. It's a kind of, it's kind of meant to meander back to the station. So if we have our big drop, we have all these airtime hills kind of in the back. It's kind of, I guess it's very much like Intimidator. I don't know what you guys think. We'll see how it goes when we need to do our ending. So, where is our catwalk? Catwalk on, drive tires. It does like that, and then you gotta make sure that this is more like a. Well, Apollo's is more flat. So it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, we gotta do our splashdown. Yeah, we gotta have our water splash. Okay, so we need a much longer brake run. Okay, so we do that. Grab our splashdown. So we gotta do that real quick. Gotta go. Well, thanks for stopping by, Diamond. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me do this. Oh, that's way too high. This is gonna be hard. Welcome to hard mode, guys. Okay, so we're gonna go down like this. Okay, not there. Definitely not there. No. Still no. Absolutely no. One of these days we'll get this right. Okay, we'll just do this. We'll make the water adjust. There we go. We'll adjust the terrain. We'll make it work. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll chat with you later. So, we can put those there. We're going to adjust the terrain on this one because, yeah, this is one of those where you're going to have to just wing it a little bit. Make sure it's a little bit higher than what's actually there. We don't want it to... Okay, we need to shrink that a little bit there, though. Just gonna make sure that there's enough space there to actually keep the water element in. Yeah, it's very bare bones like this. There we go. We gotta make sure there's enough space. Let's see here. Can we do this? No. Something wrong. Okay, so we gotta go down. Okay. Gotta do something like that, maybe? This is gonna be a little bit something there. Goes like that. Kind of cool to put a little tunnel there. Okay, so that's... Go higher? I guess not. Raise the terrain a little bit more. We'll adjust the rest of that later. Two. Okay, so we're gonna go with that's good enough, probably. All right, who's ready to who here is ready to test the ride? Well, I think we gotta smoothen some stuff out first. So let's there's actually a lot of trees I gotta get rid of before we test the ride. There's a lot of those. Holy crap, it's a good thing I thought about this first. Alright, cool. There we go. So we're gonna go and let's see what we got here. We're gonna go and let's see what we got here. We're going to go operations. No, we're going to do that. We're going to maintenance it. No, we're going to... I just realized that I never actually... While I'm thinking about this, I never actually told the story. So you guys got to keep reminding me because I always get distracted. So basically the short version is I got evac'd twice on the same day at Six Flags America. So, first time was on Superman. And it was actually the very first train of the day on Superman. And I actually met a couple of Thuzies there. And I ended up riding most of the rides at Six Flags America with one of them. So, I got every credit though. Although I didn't get Batwing on the first day. Batwing was on the second day, but still glad I got the credit before it closes away forever. How in the world that happened? So on Superman, it got stuck on the final brakes, and just the final brakes weren't working. I know it seems like Superman's like the last ride you would think of at Six Flags America that would break down, but there we have it. And then I got evac'd again on Firebird because the metal flooring didn't open up to release the train. So yeah, I got evac twice on the same day, and it was bad. It was really, yeah. It was just, that's what I said. It was basically a Six Flags day at Six Flags America, but I did get some compensation. I got an exit pass from the on Superman though, not on Firebird, but on Superman I did get some compensation because we were stuck out there, and then actually I got stuck at the station on Batwing on the second day, so I actually got evac'd 3 times during my visits to Six Flags America. So if you do number of evacs divided by the number of days I visited the park, and I visited more than once, and I was stuck laying down on Batwing for like 15 minutes, or at least it felt like 15 minutes, because the trains couldn't reset themselves back right side up, and that was after 2 rides on Batwing, and I was lucky enough to get a ride on Batwing in the first place, let alone 2 of them, which Batwing's a really crazy ride. I don't know if you've been on any Dutchmans or not, but that's an experience that will. Okay, so you don't really count the station as evac, but the Superman one was definitely an evac then, because that one was on the final brakes. But then for Batwing, on the second ride, I got stuck when they were trying to raise the seats back up. But it was a very uncomfortable position. Imagine sitting in a chair. Imagine sitting in your chair, except that the back of the chair is on the floor, and you're in that position, and your hands are up, holding on. Yeah, and your hands are up, holding onto the lap bar for 15 minutes. Like, it's like, imagine like a yoga pose. Like, it felt like a yoga pose in a way. So yeah, that would be, yeah, when you're not moving faster than chain lift speed. Yeah, it's, well, even chain lift speed when you're facing the sun, it can get very uncomfortable. Like, both times I was riding Batwing and stuff, it was, I'm getting YouTube. YouTube is acting up. Wake up, YouTube. YouTube's giving me notifications here. So YouTube is not receiving any input. What are you talking about? This is plenty of input. Do I have to be constantly doing stuff? Okay, so sorry I got distracted again. But yes, it was, yeah, Superman. But at least they did offer water for at least the Superman and the Batwing incidents. Though they didn't do that for Firebird. Firebird was like maybe 5 minutes and then just booted us off the ride and closed it down for a little while. But then at least I got my credit on Firebird a little bit later. Lag for a couple seconds, but fine now. Yeah, it's still going. For some reason, it's still giving me that notification. So let's give this a test run. All right. So we're going to go up the lift hill. That's a short lift hill, but then again, it's a little bit steeper than most. Here we go. But I think both of those were. But in the case of Batwing, I was stuck it was at the end of the ride. Like we had already done the complete circuit, so. No, Batwing didn't seem to be as intense as Nighthawk for some reason. But I don't know, maybe it's just my tolerance of people on Monsoon got stuck on the brakes and all of them got free cues of compensation. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool for free quick queue. Yeah, I did quick queue on the first day at Busch Gardens, not the second day though, because the first day was on a Saturday and everything was just packed, like completely packed. Yeah, that's a slow turn into the station there. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good layout there. So it turns out I guess I'm better at this than I remember. But it's kind of funny that we put the hyper at the very front of the park. Though it's going to need a different, it's definitely going to need a theme and stuff. And I kind of want to see what that splashdown looks like. So we're going to go with, guess won't pay this much for this attraction. Yeah, it is very expensive, especially on a Saturday, but Busch Gardens was super packed, and it was definitely a okay. What do we got here? We're gonna go. Oh yeah, that isn't quite open yet. Yeah, they're so good crowd pleasers. Yeah, they definitely are. What's this one at? Prestige 856. Dated, unknown, and then more unknown. Okay, so that's right. So we're going to go with... Oh, actually, let's see how it looks like. Okay, there we go. That's a cool splashdown. I want to be able to actually see. Maybe I put like a water ride or something there so that we can kind of see what... put a little bridge there. That'd be kind of cool. I wish Diamondback or Griffin had something like that. Although Griffin does have a little splash area on the side. I got some pretty good video footage off of Griffins, so... what else is there? There is... I was doing something. Yeah, so where is this at? We're going to make sure this is 30 seconds, just like all the others. We also got to think of ride names and ride themes. So I do have a Discord, by the way. If you want to keep, because I don't know if you're a part of the Discord server or not, but I do have a Discord that I might be able to pull up the link to. That if you want to make suggestions for rides and stuff like that, and let's see what we have here. We're gonna go with. Where's the invite link? I'll just do that. So, if you want to give ride suggestions or anything like that, I'm not in the stream or anything anytime soon, though I might go another hour. I do need to eventually get something to eat. And that's why I decided to stream this morning, though, instead of this afternoon, because if I eat something, then I take a nap and I fall asleep, and the next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and all my friends are streaming, so that way I can, so, we're going to put something here, though. I want to put something here, and not just a flat ride. It's got to be, okay, we're going to put in a water ride. So, what's a good water ride here? I wish they had, like, custom water ride. Okay, they got the double log flume, and they also have the regular log flume. So, water flume that allows... Yeah, we'll do the, we'll do the water ride will go here. And I think we'll go with, okay, where's the edge? This is going to be a small one, though. People get antsy if they... And I usually just go with some of those. Regular straight track. Not straight track, but regular track. Okay, so we're going to go with... something like this. And usually these we go with like a 2-drop or something like that. But you don't have that much of a drop there. But you have a much longer lift hill there. So let's turn this to the right. And then we're going to turn this to the left. Is that a... I just realized I never saved. All this time I never saved. This would have been really bad if I had lost all my progress. Okay, let's try this again. At least I have a little stopper thing there. Let's edit the track. There we go. Left. I guess we can kind of meander it a little bit better. Do a little splash lane there, and then we're going to down. Oh yeah, you can go 15 degrees, right? Yeah, it'd be kind of... It's kind of what I'm aiming for, but yeah, I don't want a bunch of straight back. We're gonna kind of do something like that there. And then we're gonna go and I guess we could start the lift right there. Okay, and I really a bit there. We don't want to make this too long though, because otherwise people won't ride it. Good example is Whole Cracker, Hershey Cracker, Ravens Run, Great Bear, and Super Duper Leapers. Some other trains faster. It's kind of what I was aiming for a little bit. The other thing I was thinking of was, I know it's a Rapids ride, not a log flume, but Mystic Timbers with the Rapids ride at Kings Island. Okay, that's a little too close. Let's go a little bit further with that before we do that drop. Okay. Oh, you can't do a double down? That'd be kind of cool if you... I guess it wouldn't really make sense. Intersecting terrain. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going with. So, oh, I know what I can do. We're gonna curve this a little further, and we're gonna do this. I did something like this on one of my other parks. I forgot what it was, but. Okay, no, we can't do that. We're gonna go. Okay, we'll level that out a little bit. And then the path's going to basically go over both of these. So... and then we can kind of do something like this. Autocomplete not available. What sorcery is this? That's too steep. Okay, that's gonna be kind of weird. Kind of a weird ending, but we'll see how this goes. So we're gonna get rid of that. I'm going to level this up a little bit. Okay, raise that up a little bit. Smoothing this part out. Yeah, this is definitely a themeless park. Definitely a themeless theme park so far. Unless you guys can think of themes for these areas. Yeah, there's definitely a... So we're going to go and smoothen this out as well. We definitely need more one log here. And we definitely, actually, I know what I can do. Get rid of the tree, get rid of the other tree. We're going to make this a little bit more, get rid of these rocks. I'm going to adjust the terrain here. Like I just do all that. We have to get rid of that water as well. And this is definitely going to help with the hyper as well. So, ah! Okay. That was scary. I'm so glad Control Z exists in this game. Almost got rid of my hyper. Alright, let's do a save there just in case. Did not mean to do that. That was not my intention. Okay, so now we have more rocks. Okay, no, okay, just select the rocks one at a time. Next coaster I build, I need to build a launch. But I might do that. I don't know how much. I still got a little less than an hour to go, so I don't think I'm going to have time to do that. I'm going to do some other things as well. At least get a section of the park done. So let's get water. We're going to smoothen this out and stuff like that. And make sure this is nice and smooth like that. I might go with, okay, we can't quite do that. We're a little limited on where we can actually build. You guys smoothing that out later on. We kind of want this to be... Oh, I know what I can do. We're going to make that a tunnel area. So, I'm going to try to turn that into a tunnel, but my tunneling skills are not the best. So, please bear with me. I know I say that a lot, but as I said, in some ways I'm very much a novice here. So, when it comes to building and theming and stuff like that. So I'm going to put that there. Definitely close that up a little bit, and we're going to go and don't worry about the terrain. I'm going to smoothen it out in a minute. We just got to make sure that there's a little bit of a valley here, and having tunnels and stuff really helps with the prestige and the theming and all that kind of stuff as well. So let's go ahead and put all of that there. Alright, so now the fun part. Now we get to build our tunnel. Okay, not that. Whoa! Okay, not like that though. Maybe we need to go a little bit bigger. There we go. think I know that there's an auto tunnel option. So you get a little more control if you go this way though. Let's build on the other end. Whoa, okay, where the hell am I? We're gonna go ahead and dig on this side. Okay, so there's our tunnel. At least one of the tunnels. The one that's gonna take you to just before the splashdown. Our other tunnel is gonna go over here, so we need to dig over here. Lock 6 buckets on, so that's all that's there. Okay, well we found the other end. Okay, so yep, that makes sense. Okay, so there's our tunnel. So we have a couple tunnels. Maybe 30 seconds is... Okay, 30 seconds is too short for this one, so we're going to go with 1 minute. So we're going to go with that there, and then we're going to put in some more water. Oh, except we need to put... where's our terrain? Terrain goes like this. That's... What is going on here? Why do we not... Is that really as tall as it can go? What else? We're gonna go 75... Whoop, wrong direction. Dig there. Again, not that. Okay, we need a little bit bigger. There we go. Yeah, we gotta smoothen it out. This is where I had trouble with the terrain tools. So we're gonna not like that though. We'll find out if that actually works in a minute. Okay, so let's put some water. That's a lot better. Although it looks like it's kind of... Actually, you know what? We're going to sculpt this down a little bit. We're going to... Okay, let's try this again. Okay, for some reason that made things worse. Whoa! Okay, that was kind of cool. Oh wait, we can go a little higher. That is good enough. So now we have our... Now we have our log flume done. Now we actually have to test it. But before we do that, let's put some logs in. So logs are going to go... What's going on there? Logs are... How many logs do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go with... We're going to go with 6. So here's our log flume. We're going to fast forward through all the boring parts. Okay, well, going through a tree is not quite boring, but we're going to fast forward through it anyway. Here we go. Right on the edge of the park. Kind of see the hyper in the distance. And then down we go. Whee! So there's one splash down. Oh yeah, we get a little bit of a smaller... I wonder if it's going to splash here or not. I'm surprised it didn't. But yeah, boring. We'll worry about that a little bit later there. And there's the lift hill. Come on, up top of the lift hill. There we go. And now we have the good drop. As soon as we get to there. Alright, you guys ready? Down we go. Hey Cole, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? How you doing on this fine Saturday morning? It is still morning at my time, so... And we just hit the station. How you doing today? Okay, so we got a little bit of splashdown right there. Okay, so there's the, doing alright, good to hear. Oh, you got the number 2 fan. Let's see what we got here. 50 experience points, that looks kind of cool. What's this? Top 3 get special actions in live chat, resets other streams, you want to try again. I think so. Your name looks familiar. Your name does look familiar. Are you one of? I'm assuming you're one of Diamond's friends, or is it? Or am I thinking of someone else? Yeah, I apologize. I'm not the best with names. So, what was I doing now? I was building the path. So, I think that we're going to do a filler path for now. And actually, I need to build the entrance next to here. So, the entrance is going to go on this side. And actually, we need a priority entrance as well. So, exit's is going to go on the other side. And one thing I definitely need to do is I definitely need to build the... Oh, Shining Moon? Okay. I remember you now. I remember Shining Moon. Okay. I know it has been a while. So, yeah, my apologies. I remember now. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, did I enable priority pass? Let's see here. Where is priority pass? Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, that's right. Right sync's one of the new things that they added. Testing tickets, custom. Oh yeah, priority pass. Okay, there we go. Priority pass. We're gonna put it right there. And then we got to build our queue line. We also got to build our exits. So, exit path is going to go. Did I watch K-pop Demon Hunter? I looked into it, though I didn't really get a chance. As I said, I was on. Yeah, as I said, I was on vacation for the past couple of weeks, and I did look into it though. Or unless that was oh yeah, that was a different. Unless that was a different show you were talking. Oh yeah, I think you were talking about the soccer one, weren't you? So what do we got here? We're gonna exit on this one. So we're gonna build our ramp like. Oh, where is it? Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so we're gonna go. Length snap, we're going to go 3, Maybe go up like this. Okay, but that's too steep. I told everyone. Okay, so we're going to turn left like this, and then we're going to go across over here. Like that. Oh yeah, I think there's like, what was it saying here? Okay, where's the entrance path? Anyways, I'm doing all right. I'm still recovering from jet lag. I was just dead tired yesterday, so I was gonna stream the last couple of days, but yesterday I was just dead tired from jet lag, and then 2 days ago I had a family emergency that I had to take care of, so I didn't get a chance to do anything, and plus the power went out, so that kind of sucked. But okay, we gotta do that first. So I know I'm trying to multitask here. It can be kind of difficult from time to time, but I'm making it manage. Okay, so we got the duck there. Okay, then we don't want to do that though. Okay, so we gotta make sure that this can kind of go. Actually, no, we're gonna go the other direction. And then we're gonna go up. And it's gonna flatten out. You got certification? Nice. Okay, so there we go. Okay, we put that over there. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a better one. That way I have plenty of space to put the queue. So actually, we're gonna have that there. So we're gonna put those like that. We'll put those like there. And then I think that log might be a little bit too. I can put that there first, and actually we're gonna put 2 of them. And then that way, you get plenty of splasitude there. A nice little. That way the guests get drenched. I think they'll get drenched on this one as well. If you cross over like that. This looks like a support nightmare. You got head off, good chilling with you? Well, thanks for stopping by, Cookie Pirates. Hopefully I can catch you next time you're on. I got a question. What's up? I'm going to put that one down. We'll put that one down as well. I know this is not very ADA compliant, but I'm not here to look for ADA stuff. Oh, you're not like a question, but I'll tell me something. Okay, hopefully. Yep, I'll see you later, Cookie Pirate. Hopefully it's not something bad. So. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Three of those. Okay, there we go. Oh, I see what it does now. So okay, so 3 of those, and then 1 more. And then it's gonna go down like this. Okay, so then we can actually see the entrance to the other ride. But that's going to take you to the lock room, and then from there you can kind of go from there. But we got to come up with a theme for this area first. Actually, no, that's not the hyper. That's the GCI. Your birthday is August 18th. You just wanted to say that? Nice. Yeah, mine's in September, so hopefully I remember August 18th. There's actually an old friend of mine. I think his birthday was that. I think his birthday was that day as well, so that might be easier to remember. But it's been forever since I've talked to him. He used to do a lot of the old concept art for the channel way back when. Okay, so we're finally leveled up here, so I kind of want to... Okay, so we kind of want to do something a little different there. So that's going to be for that area. So we're going to go and... What else we have here? So we want to... I might have to move the GCI a little bit. So we're going to move the GCI a little bit further back. And I think what I'm going to do is that there's going to be like a... there's going to be something over here, but... So where's our path? The path's going to go like this. We're going to make sure it's as wide as possible. And then our main path is going to go like this. So I kind of want it to meander a little bit that way. One thing I like to do is that way there's a nice little... And this would be like a themed area or something. So, and we gotta move the GCI again. That way there's a little more space. And put it right there. That way there's enough space there for the exit for both the Hyper and the GCI. Or not the GCI, but the lock loom. Actually, the exit for the Hyper might be over here. Actually, no, the entrance to the Hyper needs to be over there. Because the Hyper is going to be right there. The exit's just going to dump you right there. Let's put our entrance like that. Actually, yeah, regular entrance there. Exit goes there. This one definitely gets priority pass because that's going to be a priority pass on. Priority pass exit there. So at least we got that going for us. So now we get to go and what else we get to do? We're gonna go and we have our exit path like that. We're gonna drop down. It's gonna loop around. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down. So we got plenty of room for that kind of stuff. And then we're going to build our exit like this. Entrance goes like here. Next path goes from there, but we gotta make sure it's colored the right color. Okay, so our regular paths. Okay, why does it keep doing that? We'll just color it later. Oh, I see, it's colored pink. But we gotta make sure it's colored like that. You can kind of see the final breaks like that, so it's gonna be kind of cool. But we gotta make sure that this kind of okay, snap it like that. Okay, because priority pass is gonna go here. Okay, so how do I level this out? Okay, it's already level. 1, 2, 3. Flattens out. 1, 2, 3. Just kind of have to stretch it out a little bit there. That was going to turn 3 like that. I remember the first time that I did a lot of people there. Yeah, the first time I did one of these in Planet Coaster 2, it was definitely not the best, and we're going to build it up to there. So now the regular path is going to go like this. So where are the queue lines? Okay, there we go. So it kind of just goes like that. And it's just going to keep on snapping down. Just kind of goes down like that. And it's going to go keep going down. Just go 1, 2, 3. We keep snapping down as far as we can go. Okay, so that's as far as those go. And then we need to build our other path like this. So I don't know what I just did. Okay, so actually this path kind of goes size 4. Okay, so that path is pretty simple. We don't want it snapped like that though. Okay, so maybe I need to do something a little smaller. Where's my stamp builder? Okay, so that's... I guess we can kind of do something like that. Although it kind of looks a little off. Where's my bulldozer? Bulldozer, there you are. Okay, we're gonna redo these. Both of those are kind of slopey. There we go. So we're gonna put that there. Since I don't have a name for a theme for this ride yet, I don't know if I'm gonna actually yeah, I can't really put the sign in yet. But probably put that there. I just want enough space with the exit path. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit too... Okay, that's awkward. That's a little less awkward. That's about the same. Okay, so how we're gonna do this? Okay, so there's a little bit of a slope there. At least that kind of works. So anyways, we got those like that, and then we're going to go And I think that's as far as I'm going to go in this stream. I know it's not very much, but until I can think of a theme for this area, I can't really think of much else to really do here. I got to put some more flat rides and stuff in. But at least we got 3 coasters done so far. So I'm going to screenshot this. So that way we have a... actually, we'll do another one like that. That way we have something to kind of, as a foundation a little bit before we kind of move on to bigger and better things. Now, I always conclude my streams by riding the rides, so let's go ahead and give these one more test run and see how it looks, see how it turns out. We'll color all this stuff later. So let's go ahead and do a little flip of the U-turn, up the lift hill. So we reach the top. This is a little bit of a small little drop to get a little bit of momentum going. And it's going to dive on in. Get a nice little inversion there. We go straight into an Edelman. This one's definitely modeled off of Gatekeeper Cedar Point. Okay, that curve needs to be adjusted. So let me adjust that curve after we finish this ride. I remembered to adjust this other one, I just didn't adjust the first one. So it goes to that really snappy 0G roll. And it's going to go through another corkscrew and then into that one. Okay, so now we're going to actually edit this coaster a little bit and work on smoothing not all that. That first part just kind of felt a little bit. Okay, actually that's just that's just the nature of the element. So we give this one another test run and see how it goes. I guess this is the whole nature of the beast thing. Oh, we're not going. There we go. Now we're going. Okay, I was wondering why I wasn't getting any lift hills. So down we go. So it's going to flip around. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, that's... I guess it's just the nature of the beast there. So it's going to go ahead and flip around again. Then we go for that super snappy 0G roll. It's going to go up and down and through the corkscrew again. So that's the end of that one. So we also got the GCI here, which I think has to be retested anyway. Okay, this part looks a lot different. Okay, so apparently it was pre-tested anyways. Let's drop down. We're going to... We definitely need to recolor this. Oh yeah, we got that really... I guess you have that moment of suspense there. Or are you going to make it through or not? But... So now we've reached the end. Okay, so actually that raised the excitement up or something. Okay, and then lastly we have our hyper. So let's see how, we actually haven't tested this since going through the tunnel. So down we go. We have our first tunnel there. And then we got another. There's a nice little airtime hill. around like that. At least the masses will be happy. But go through one last tunnel there. Oh, glad you're enjoying it there. And now we got our last piece there. We got the splashdown. That ends the ride. So, what if I can... Oh yeah, the other train. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but where the other train goes. Eventually. There we go. So it goes through there, and then it goes to the splashdown. So yeah, those guests are gonna get wet. If you really wanted to get splashed on, then that's the path for you. The path to the lock loom. You will get wet, not just on the ride, but on the way there. So, I think I'm going to... Let's see what we got here. I don't know if I'm... As I said, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Oh, actually, one more thing before I... One more thing I forgot to do. Let's build our queue line for the entrance to the lock loom. I believe this is the regular entrance. So... We'll put it like this. Okay, so we actually need to raise it up a little bit. And then it's going to go over here. And actually, I need to build another path that goes down from the... Okay, there we go. So you can step that up. Oh, that's too steep. It's the steep deep. I wasn't looking forward to the steep deep. Alright, where we got here? I keep forgetting where the bulldozer is. There we go. Here. Can I build a path from there? Yes. Okay, so now we need to build our other path. We need to build our queue line for the priority line. Priority line doesn't need to be as long. Okay, so that's the priority line. Now we need to build the other one, the general line. So I guess it makes sense which one's which. So once this ride has a name, then if you guys can think of names for these rides between streams, I would really appreciate it. Because I can't think of names for these rides. So, I guess that'd be your homework assignment if you choose to accept it. But anyways, we got our queue lines done for this area. I'll worry about the GCI later, maybe next time. But it's about lunchtime right now, so I'm probably going to call it real quick. So let's go ahead and save. We already wrote everything, so save it one more time. And in here, I'm just going to hit, I'm going to mute the desktop audio real quick and go back to the talking mode. So I think today went pretty well. First stream back since coming back from my trip. Thank you guys so much for all your interactions and stuff like that. And, special thanks to Pajama Ken, Diamond, Cookie Pirates, Cole, or Moonlight. All you guys have been pretty awesome. So I think I'm not sure when I'm going to resume this. I do want to try to get Hexen 2 working on the computer because I do need to finish the Serpent Rider trilogy. So I do want to finish the trilogy of the Serpent Riders. We got one Serpent Rider that we still need to defeat for all of that. Oh, I love those emotes. Riker and Null indeed. Special thanks to Gasai for designing that emote. I know he doesn't watch my streams or anything, but Gasai was the artist I commissioned to make that one. There's an NSFW version of that one as well, but you got to be a patron of his to access it and stuff like that. So, thanks everyone for watching. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be on, when I'm gonna be live again. I'm trying to work on another muscle video as well. There's been some issues with the pec bouncing that I'm having trouble with both Kling and other apps as well. I guess a minor update while I'm talking about this. What was it again? Oh yeah, the pec bouncing. I was trying to play around with the VO, with Google VO a little bit, and with that one, unfortunately, VO doesn't allow pec bouncing. It considers pec bouncing to be sexual content, and so I don't think VO is going to work with what I'm aiming for, what the channel is aiming for, and stuff like that. Kling is the best bet. Kling 2.1 seems to be the best for it, and the whoops, one sec. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pause the game. So I think Kling is still probably going to be my go-to until I can find something better. Because I know that the pec bouncing is really hard to pull off with parsers and stuff like that, with the AI and stuff. But because I tried VO, but VO doesn't allow it. It's saying, oh, it's sexual content. We can't allow that. There's a lot of censored stuff, and there's a bunch of uncensored stuff that I was trying to go for, or I'm trying to go into a little bit this morning. But a lot of it is a little, well, there's a couple of issues. One of them only does girls. So you only design girls, which, given that over 90% of my audience is gay men, give or take, it's not going to really help the channel very much. But what else is in there? And that's not really what I'm aiming for. That's kind of what I was trying to find, uncensored AI tools for pec bouncing. But I'm trying to figure out where I can get those, and I've been starting to do some digging around for that to see what I can and can't use. There's a couple of them that are saying, oh, there's advertised. So one of them they respond with, oh, if you try anything in NSFW, we'll just ban you. Like, automatic ban. So I didn't even bother. But Pixverse still works well for muscle growth videos. The growth videos seem to be doing okay, I guess. So there's always that one to lean back on. But so far, Kling has been the best bet. And that's how I got the Riker one to work. But that was just one seed out of many attempts. So I think I did it like 6 times, and that was the best one. And or I should say the only one that actually worked. And I tried it with another character, I'm not saying who, where I got one to somewhat work. But as I said, I'm not made out of money, so I have to be careful with what I can do here. But that's kind of what I've been trying to go with, based off the pipeline. So I think the next video probably won't be for a few days. Try to write out the record one as best I can. But thanks for joining, everybody. I think I'm going to put on the credits now because I got to go get something to eat. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Oh, what fun we had on this awesome stream. But it's time to go and begin to dream. I thank all of you for making this fun. Without your support, it's daunting to run. Remember these times when you're feeling down. Turn those tears to joy. Wear a bright smile now. This is not goodbye, only a breeze.